What are some of the red flags that your digital transformation is headed for failures? My name is Marcus Harris. I'm a software and technology lawyer. For the past 20 years, I've focused my practice on drafting and negotiating software-related contracts and litigating failed software disputes in courts across the country. My office regularly litigates failed digital transformations, and some of the common issues that we see repeatedly in the lawsuits that we litigate are vendors overselling the software, vendors underestimating the cost of the implementation and the timeline, the length of how long it's going to take to implement the software for you. They also overestimate or misrepresent their skill set or the experience of the consultants that they're going to assign to your project. I think it's very common for vendors to overpromise and underdeliver the particular functionality or the particular software product or SaaS product that they're licensing to you. You have to remember that software salespeople are incented by commissions and sales, and their job is to sell you on the sizzle, not necessarily the steak. And I think when you're being told that the software incorporates best practices, the software is off the shelf and requires minimal integration or implementation to be successful, I think you really have to take a step back and really take all of that with a grain of salt, because the likelihood that that software is being oversold is probably pretty high. I think it's really typical for vendors to underestimate the complexity of the implementation or the integration process. They often will tell you that it's going to cost X when it costs maybe twice that much. And certainly that creates problems and substantive problems for the integration of that project. All of a sudden you're over budget, you're missing deadlines, and the likelihood that you're going to go live on time is minimized, to say the least. The other thing that we see pretty regularly is really vendors that don't have the skill set or the resources with respect to their consulting team that they may be represented to you during the sales cycle. I think software vendors and software salespeople specifically like to tell you that they're going to dedicate their A team, the special ops team of software consulting services to your particular implementation, and the reality oftentimes is much different. You get overseas resources that are part-time that kind of come in remotely. Instead of getting the A team, you get the D team, and in the software cases we litigate, what we will often see is a revolving door of inexperienced and incompetent consultants that wreak havoc with your project. If you're experiencing any of these red flags with your digital transformation, feel free to reach out to us at taflaw.com. We'd love to talk to you about the process, how these issues may be impacting your implementation, and what to do about it.